right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Princes of Isari, episode 5.
Woo!
My God. We are down 2 players tonight, though Lily will hopefully be joining us shortly when she's feeling a little better. And we have no idea where Bobby is, so we'll see.
It's in the wind. No one can predict that Koros guy.
But the players we do have tonight in the top left, played by our friend Alex, it is Aridin Eldris, the fighter.
Woo!
And now with 1 level of
My fan
paladin.
club.
Up next in the top right, our Frandon Brandon, playing the cleric Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Where are his eyes?
Somewhere. On my head?
On the bread? On his head? No, on bread.
Pizza.
2 on bread.
Pizza.
In the bottom left, Ben is playing our resident grumpy wizard, Emerald.
Woo! Yeah. The best of the grumpy wizards.
the grumpiest of the wizards.
Out of all the wizards in the party, definitely the grumpiest.
Yes.
The sanest of his kind.
Yes. Absolutely. And then last but not least, our fallen paladin, Irina, played by Nicole.
Took your job.
Yeah, you did.
She took your god.
Look at Alex. This Orno rolled into Barovia and took your job. Like, what the hell, man?
Took your job and I took your god.
So, last time on Princes of Isari, you guys did some dinosaur racing. It was pretty legit. After that, you guys went up to, because of the refugee crisis, the refugees that had flooded into the city of Orem, you guys went up to the old mages asylum where Imral had been imprisoned when he first arrived in Isari, to clear out these drug-addicted, insane-driven mages, to make room to have somewhere for these refugees to stay. You guys quickly discovered that the mages were not so easy to kill, and in fact had these strange, Lovecraftian sort of explosions when they died that would transform the other mages around them. There was tentacles and mouths and eyeballs. Ooze. Ichor.
Hello, Lovecraft, my old friend.
And you guys were able to defeat many of them in this large common room area that seemed to be part mess hall, but also part altar and temple. And then you headed upstairs, past a bunch of these rooms, over to what appears to be like a headmaster's or a high mage's office. It had this large window overlooking the common area, where inside you found several children, dozens of children, hiding. And that's where we'll pick things back up.
Okay.
My God, how long have you all been here?
One of the kids looks to another kid, and the other kid goes over to the wall and starts counting the lines in the wall, where they'd been, scratching them in. It's been weeks, several weeks. You guys can easily see that there's like 20 or 30 lines.
I'm gonna ask, or lean down to one and ask, do you know why they brought you here? Are you wizards also? Baby wizards.
One of them says, "We are apprentices of the Arcane Circle. With our strength, we bring order." And then like 5 of them around her say in unison, "With our strength, we bring order."
Creepy.
Their connection is likely strong enough that whatever reached out to them, and then I kind of tapped the side of my head, him, didn't affect them yet.
What is the arcane order?
The Arcane Circle.
Circle.
And they just sort of give you a look like that's the most insane question. You just ask
She's
them, like,
foreign.
You just ask them like, "What's the sky?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm not from around here.
and they say, "The arcane circle is the hand of the emperor. The power, they rattle off some more very propaganda-y sounding descriptions."
Yeah.
Emerald, if they're the hand of the Emperor, then why isn't he helping them?
Because,
Walking along.
well, according to what we heard earlier, I'm gonna flick a finger so it's a whisper rather than saying it's in front of the kids.
Yeah.
But because it seems the Emperor had abandoned them, from what our friend Wakanga told us. And then I'm gonna turn to them and say, I changed because it was a little warm, and I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the red robe I had been wearing earlier.
And a few from the back go and they see you and they say, "Oh, Brother Emerald."
I'm gonna nod and put it back in. Come, we should go. Something has happened downstairs.
And they say, what do they say? One of them asks you, like, "Where are the others?"
Most of them have already left. They seem to be going across the bridge.
And another one turns and asks you, "Why?"
There seems to be some kind of attack going on. Their help was needed.
And they say, one of them asks, "Do you need the dark?"
Read minds.
On that kid.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't want the dark. First, I want to know what the dark is before I know that I don't want the dark.
you see the kid is remembering a ritual. You sort of see the images in this kid's mind of downstairs, just below here, at the altar, where there would be a ritual where the high mage would come down and say some words, and you could tell the kid doesn't really know all the words yet, like he hasn't memorized all these pieces of the ritual. But that they would then open the altar and take out these vials and pass them out to the mages one by one. And then the mages would open the vials and consume this black wispy substance within.
I like look from this kid and then to Emerald, and I'm like, no, we don't need the
And
dark. And
you
then I'm
see
gonna,
that the kid is holding a vial up.
Lovecraft PCP.
may I see
Emerald-
the dark?
Yeah, Emerald's gonna take it from him. We won't need it right now, but it'll be good to have. Thank you for keeping this.
It will be good. Emerald, do you know what that thing is? I think it's
No,
making
but
them
we
turn
can-
bad.
He nods and he says,
"Yeah."
uh,
Point to Pharaoh. No, but we can figure it out later.
"The high mage dropped it on his way out."
I'll make sure to give it to him next time I see him. Come, we should go. And I'm gonna look to Arena and say, while I get them organized, you want to make sure that everything's neat and tidy downstairs.
Of course. I'm gonna
Come on, form up.
We have to
run downstairs really quick and
Yeah, and I'm gonna gesture like, help her. To
I'll go.
Emerald,
Do I-
you are surprised at how quickly and orderly these kids line up when you start to...
Oh god. Can they be really like misbehaved children instead?
Nope, they are in full march.
Perfect. Now, before we go, just want to make sure we're still all in shape. We can still all do this. Very basics. Come on, let's see the hands. And I'm gonna raise your hand if you think you're ready. And I'm gonna raise a mage hand above my head.
All the kids raise a mage hand above their heads.
Very good. All right. Now let's get in one single file line out the door.
They step and before they were sort of in rows, and they just sort of step and they're single file in a moment.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, downstairs, I'm scrambling to try to get bodies.
So there's
I'm down there
that
with you.
mass of fungus and tentacles that goes
right.
from the ground to the ceiling and is like 5 feet wide.
I'm not going to worry about that one to begin with. We're going
Okay.
to start with, like...
There's the massive mouths.
Right. Good.
And
Yeah.
then there's several half-exploded
The very
mazes.
the
Yeah, the half-exploded ones I'm going to do.
there we go.
Yeah.
I could banish to the big thing, but I only got one of those left.
Where are you putting these mage parts?
Is there any, like,
just
this
throw
is
them in the next
cafeteria
room.
area, right?
Just throw them in the next room.
They're a
Sure.
large rug.
What do you mean by the next room? It's one large room.
But is there a big
Not
rug
really.
that we can just pull over everything?
Can we wrap them up?
Excuse me. Not really a big rug.
If this was a cafeteria area, is there, like, not a kitchen, like, right nearby?
Yes, there is a kitchen that is off of the back side. Yeah.
I'm throwing them in there.
All right, throwing
Sneaky
body
kitchen.
parts in the kitchen.
Yeah, throwing body parts around, just trying to toss it through, like, the little window to the kitchen.
Hey, Arena, heads up.
Ugh.
It's a head. I threw a head.
Yeah.
I want to turn.
So something seemed to have grown down there. It's why we're leaving for now while things are cleaned up. Everything should be fine. It's a little gross looking, but we're just gonna move past it and get outside. Does everyone understand?
And they in unison say, "Yes, sir."
How old
Perfect.
are these
Let's
children?
get going.
Pardon?
These children are...
6 to 12 is like my.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
6 to 12. Yeah.
Prime Padawan killing age. Brother,
And
no, there
shatter.
aren't many of them.
But
They're like little child soldiers.
yes. Now all group around in a 20-foot radius, and no, it's like.
I command thee, put thy left hand in, take thy left hand out.
Now
and
circle
right before they
all
walk,
about.
the kid in the front. Hey, it's Bobby.
Hi, sorry about that. I didn't think I needed an alarm for the nap I started at like 2.
Oh.
Anyways,
You didn't miss a ton. They've gathered up the children. The children.
Eldritch Abominations, you mean?
No, they had some. There's some creepy child soldier stuff going on. They were like,
wait till
one of
you
them
hear what
said, "With our strength, we bring order," and then like all of them in unison said, "With our strength, we bring order."
Definitely not killing them.
When
Cora.
Emerald started to gather them up, they were very quick to like line up in formation, and then he said, "All right, one line," and they. Whew.
Aridin, I'm not a monster. This obviously does not quite meet my kill them for being Eldritch Abominations bar.
yeah. So right now, Arena, Eridan, Pharaoh, and likely you and Theo are wildly throwing body parts out of the main room into the kitchen that's just off the side. So when I lead the kids down, they're not just like, "Oh look, dead mage parts."
I think my
Minimize the problem.
telekinesis is still active, so I can definitely do like quality cleanup duty.
Perfect.
I think
Because
that
right
left
now, me and Eridan are just playing ball with heads. Woo!
Like it.
So I'm gonna try and lead them down and out after about like delay, like stalling a little bit, but not like egregiously. So like, all right, now.
Like one when you, with the waiting, like one of them says, Master Emerald, are you waiting for us to recite Mordenkainen's 12 principles of the arcane or something like?
Yeah,
No recitations in my presence, please.
only
wait,
the
that's not my
first.
presence.
No, it's like yeah.
And they and you say only the first, and in unison, like a whole group of them start reciting. These are like, rather than being things specific to the arcane circle, these would be things you'd be familiar with even from your plane. Like these are like some fundamental
these are
laws
like
of magic.
tenets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like principles of basic magic.
Like yeah, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction kind of stuff.
Stay away
Right.
from Theo Eldris. They will try to counter you.
Yeah. All right, let's go. And I'm gonna start moving down.
Cool. And you start heading down and around, and they come down the stairs, and they're like in lockstep, following you
Perfect.
down and around.
Now I'm just thinking of principles of Eldris. Wherever one Eldris is, another surely follows. Be wary, like,
Love thy brother, unless he's little and named Amos.
And then what I will do is because I know he is still there. And I know they are moving fairly quickly in formation. There is one that is dead just outside the main doorway outside.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only mage that is dead that is not in this main room or exploded in some fashion.
Right.
As we pass him, I'm going to ready in action because he's just outside the door, so I would be first to see him.
Yeah.
To just tap him and cast greater invisibility because we will be past him by the time.
All right.
So just hope no one trips over him.
So you're just gonna lead them like down the hallway and out into the courtyard.
Yeah, and just like keep going and just whoop, and like just lean and touch him as we go. Like
All right.
even maybe fake like a half trip and be like, oh.
You're able to do that. I'm not gonna make you like roll sleight of hand or anything.
Yeah,
You're able to do that, and the children seem unfazed.
perfect.
Deception.
Miss Chris. Just a fun little aside, sorry.
We all want to keep singing, but we can't.
And you're easily able to lead them out into the courtyard.
Yeah, and so then, all right. So for now, we've been we're going to stay within the city. We're going to speak with one of the princes, and he will give us an idea of where we are going to head.
They say, "Yes, sir."
The
Yeah.
end of last session, I know we asked about this. Like, all their families are local still.
Most of these children
I think you
appear
said.
to be Isari children. They're dark-skinned Isari children. Some of them are not.
Oh, I thought last time you said like their families should be local.
He said for most of them, their families should be local.
Okay.
I mean, some of them might also be children of refugees as well, right? Like, not everyone here in Orem is from Isari.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is kind of lead this lovely retinue back towards the merchant's ward, and basically say, okay, what the hell do we do with this? And get Wakonga's idea on like, okay, where do we put all these kids now? Like, do we just send them home because
What do we do with them?
Yes, I will send a thing though to Irina, like, you know, I feel like I could get along with your kind if they all responded to rules this way.
So these kids are all in little red robes.
Right.
Okay.
No, I know.
All right.
We're just
They
gonna
also-
leave him straight into
I
town.
think my kind doesn't like.
Yeah, Alex asked a question, Ben.
Yes.
We're just marching him straight through.
We have. What else are we gonna do with them?
Well, should we
Wait
maybe
outside.
have
We're-
them not wear red robes before we
Let's-
march them through town?
101 Dalmatians, cover them in soot.
Gray robes.
Well, hold on.
Is there like a little school kid uniform that we've seen around?
We're not gonna be able to produce like just 20, 30 like different sets
Yeah,
of clothing
you're
for
right.
children.
Good.
It's
Oh, I have an idea. If we take the dead corpses of the mages and smear them with blood and viscera, then the other mages won't be able to smell them. I saw that in a show once.
That works.
Well,
you know,
exactly correct assessment of the abilities and behavior of mages. Can we just like wait till dark or something?
Isn't it the middle of the night?
I thought it was like
No, it's
it was
evening.
late evening.
It's evening.
Yeah,
Sun's still out.
it's evening still though.
Oh, I thought you said it was really late because Ben had been at or Emerald had been at Wakonga's meeting and it was like hella late.
It was
Jake, I have
like,
a question.
late evening, but not.
I left at the break though, not when he was done.
Yeah.
What color is the inside of the robe? Is it
Also red.
reversible?
Yeah.
I think it was lined.
Good thinking.
All right, so you guys are gonna march right into town.
Well,
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to one of the guards before we get like straight there. I'm gonna say like hold for like not even like in view, like still in view. Like I'm not trying to hide that hey we have all these kids, but it's gonna be like I'll go to one of the guards and say hey we have apprentices. So excuse me, we have apprentices who are trapped within the arcane circles building here. They don't have the same connection to magic that the mages had, and they don't seem to have been affected, but they were trapped in that place.
You mean you found the kidnapped children?
Yes.
say yes.
Apparently.
He says we need to take this to the merchant princes right away.
Well, that was my plan, but I wanted to make sure we were good to march them through, given the uniform.
And
Does he
he
say
says
that there will be much rejoicing?
he
Please
looks
say
and he
said
says
that.
it'll be fine. We'll go quickly. I'll lead you there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Does he say there will be much rejoicing? I want him to be happy about this.
Again, they've been a little. I'm gonna do like a very subtle, like they've been a little. So we need to be careful, but
So we're getting a police escort. Does he have a lantern with like a red sheet that he's like?
It's a blue lantern.
The lantern is spinning the shield.
Oh, if you watch it, you can see the horse move.
Spins the hood of the lantern.
Perfect. I'm gonna let someone else take the scene because I have no water at my desk and I haven't drank any water tonight and I'm fucking thirsty as hell. So I'll be right back.
Perfect. I'm going to ask Emerald for the vial, and I'm assuming he gives it to me because I want to identify that. I'm not going to cast Rich. I'm just going to identify it quickly as we're going.
I'm going to wait for Ben because he might not give it to you.
Okay.
No,
Just knowing Ben, he might have a strong opinion about that.
Important to hydrate. I'm glad we're advertising that on the stream.
You are all able to make it to Wakanga Otamu's villa.
Does he take us there, or because the guy was saying we need to go to the Merchant Princes? And
Like not.
Wouldn't he know they're in session at the temple?
He wouldn't necessarily. He's a guard at the gate, right?
Well, Emerald knows that because he was there. Can he tell him that?
Sure.
We know, and Emerald knows that that's going on. I guess is the point.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you guys can go to the I forget the name of it, but the meeting place.
Some temple. I don't know.
It's not a temple. It had a name.
I thought it was a
name, but
temple.
It'll probably take a while.
town
So it's
hall.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an old temple. You were right.
Temple, town hall, same diff.
Yeah. And
Near food.
people, like, as with the guard leading you guys in, people turning and looking and seeing these children, and they're whispering and muttering and, like, clearly wondering what's going on there.
Are any of them saying sassy shit?
No, they're very well behaved.
No, not the kids. The
Oh.
only the adults who are badly behaved.
Hmm.
Come on. Are any of the adults saying
No,
sassy
people are-
shit?
They throw any tomatoes, it blends
People are
right in.
like, wait, are those the kids that are those the kidnapped children? Are those the kids the mages took? Like,
If anybody says it even a little bit loud and I notice, I'm gonna be like, yes. Yes. And just be really
and
aggressive.
someone like runs off and is like, I have to go tell, and he has to, I have to go tell so and so, right? Like,
Cool. Great, whatever.
Huddle like a two-headed hammer, Thaden.
Wait until the readers of the Daily Pictilio read about this.
Read about this.
So they read about this.
Extra, read all about it.
and the guard walks right up to the main doors that go to the chamber where the merchant princes meet. And then one of the guards says, like, they're in session, and the guard gestures at the children. He says, we found the missing children. And the other guard like oh my god, and he pushes the door open, and you guys lead the children into the meeting hall. And at first, one of the merchant princes shoots up. He stands up. Actually, probably she. Where is she? Probably Jessamine stands up and it's like, "What is the meaning of this?" And then she stops when she sees the children in the red robes. And she says, I thought they were dead.
Apparently not.
And then the merchant princes start she sits back down. They start looking around. They're like, what happened? And Wakanga looks at you, Emerald, and he says, they were in the asylum, weren't they?
The plan seems to have worked with additional consequences and benefits, I would say.
And then he stands up and he says, I was waiting to discuss this until I had heard, but my friends
Poor guy. What a rough position we put him in.
have cleared the asylum on the hill to make room for the refugees. And it seems they have found good tidings and returned our children to us.
There will be much rejoicing.
I'm just gonna shoot a message, and all of a sudden, you hear Emerald's voice in the back of your head, just saying, "Just hold on that for a moment, please. Really, it's important."
We want people to be grateful to us. We work hard for them.
Xanthi says, we will need to get their parents. Post haste. And she turns to one of the guards and barks an order.
Yeah. I'm also gonna shoot a message to Wakanga saying, just basically saying, hey, the mages seem to have indoctrinated them. There's likely going to be some holdover.
You see him nod to himself.
Yeah.
Good thing we marched them straight through the city.
Like,
Yeah. There's already a crowd starting to form outside. Because rumors have been spreading.
Can I go out there to disperse the crowd? I'm really
Must
not about
explain.
rumor mongering.
Lily's just did.
Okay. I deal with sassy parents in real life sometimes, and I'm not about sassy adults in game either. Stop spreading those rumors around, okay? That's
You spread the rumor.
The rumor is that the children are back. So
Get off my ass with your sassafras.
I just don't want the
Will
kids
this
to feel
gossip ever end?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't want the kids to feel like they're like a freak show, you know, like they're on display for the freaking.
I think they're okay. They're pretty well structured.
If you mean brainwash, then yes, I agree.
Very well organized. It's quite impressive.
I'm gonna. I mean, did the kids and all the rest of the party come in through the main doors with that guard?
yeah, they're in the middle of this.
But I see bitches outside
I didn't really
loitering.
describe the room, but think the Council of the Jedi Masters.
Lily wants to beat up some paparazzi.
I don't want to beat up anyone. I want to yell at people.
Yeah, some people have started to crowd into the room.
Some
a bit.
bitches.
Some bitches that probably shouldn't
Yeah,
be in
well,
here.
I'm gonna
Are the
not
merchant guards
have that happen.
handling it, or do they look like they need help?
They look like they might need help.
Who?
The Merchant Prince's guards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out
Alright,
there
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
and be like,
Nothing to
hey,
see.
are these your kids? Are you looking for someone? Can I help you? If not, please leave.
And actually, one person is pushing through the crowd when other people are starting to back up when you say that.
Yeah.
And they're saying, my daughter, she must be in there. Naboli, is she?
Naboli?
Naboli, yeah.
Were there any
Go to the
girls?
kids.
You didn't say if there were girls
Yes,
earlier.
there were boys and girls.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I'm gonna be like, awesome. We want to get everybody together, so
She's
let's just wait here, you and
frantically
me.
pushing through the crowd and is trying to push past you.
I'm gonna just hug him and just be like, we're just gonna wait here. I'm super excited and see if that works.
Yeah, no, that's you're able to
I'm
hold
trying
this
to be aggressively friendly. Is it working?
They're struggling pretty hard to get past you, and shouting. She's shouting, Naboli! Naboli!
I'm gonna say why don't I find out if they're there? Because I don't know how many people there are.
Are any of the kids looking over and noticing that their names being yelled?
They're still inside, aren't they?
I think the doors are shut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you got to manage to push everyone back, and now the guards are shutting the doors.
The doors are shut. Okay.
Inside, Joe Ball says, "Are they still the same? Have the mages not changed them?"
I already passed on information to Wakanga, so
Wakanga does look to you to see if you're going to say anything.
okay. I'll pause, and then seeing them both look to me, it seems like the mages have tried to indoctrinate them to an extent. They know basic magic theory, but discipline is the strongest force. They don't seem to have been tampered with, per se, but when it comes to structure, the mages was the default for them now.
And one of the children does look up at you, Emerald, and says,
Fucking sellout.
"But discipline is strength, Master Emerald. And with our strength we bring order. And then all of them in unison. With our strength we bring order."
Like as they say that, I kind of just do like a See what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just like the over the thumb thing.
And then, let's see. That same guy, Joe Ball, says, "Why do they call you Master Emerald?"
I cannot explain that with them present.
That's all the time we have here today, folks. Goodbye.
It seems to me like you're one of these
Sponsored
mages.
by the letter M. See you
And
next
this
week.
It seems to me like you're one of these mages, and this is yet another trap from the arcane circle.
You're right. That's why I
Emperor's
killed
hounds.
them all.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh, balls! Oh, balls!
See, if we were smart, we'd have brought a few of those heads.
Joe
with
Ball.
us.
And then that's why it's like, all right, sure, I'll say it in front of the kids. Fine, you'll play your game. I'm not a good character. I'm neutral, motherfucker. Live in your grave. You scared your children, not me.
He seems completely unconcerned with scaring them. He doesn't even seem to be treating them like they're still the same children.
I don't like him.
Abominations now.
And he says, "I would expect nothing less from a filthy arcane mage."
Whoa!
Draw my sword.
Ooh.
Let us-
Guards all around whip out spears,
No.
swords.
Yeah, I will not. I just raise a hand. No. Is there a? I turn to Wakanga. Is there a duel of some form allowed in your culture? 'Cause I would like to challenge him to it.
Emerald!
You don't fight with swords?
Yes, I do.
Light singer.
Holy shit.
Damn.
I demand a
Those
trial
making
by
friends with
combat.
The locals.
And Wakanga says, not Wakanga, probably doesn't. Wakanga starts to respond, but Joe Ball says, no, actually, who would it be? Sorry, I'm trying to look at all the merchant princes and get them all involved. Because there's so many. Where'd she go? Jessamine says, "You step above your station, mage, to try and challenge a merchant prince.
I'm so glad I'm not there right now.
You have no such authority here." And Joe Ball looks at you and says, he turns to Jessamine and he says, "It's fine, Jessamine. I'll show this filthy mage that he's ready to fight you."
I need no magic.
And
for this one.
the oldest of the merchant princes, Xanthi, stands up, or she doesn't even stand up. She's still seated, even when other people are standing up because it's getting heated. And she says, "Everyone, calm yourselves. Stay your weapons. There will be no fighting in these chambers."
Let's take it out back, y'all.
Classy broad. That's
At least one of these people has some goddamn sense.
Joe Ball, these are the children of our people. Even if they have been trained by the mages, I cannot imagine a parent in the world that would not be happy to have their child returned, even in this state. She turns to you and she says, "Master Emerald, I appreciate that you have brought us these children, but you do not belong here and you need to leave."
damn.
I care not what this shell did, but know that he was broken when I took him.
I
And
don't
then
think anyone
I'll
knows what
sheath
you're
the sword
talking
and leave.
Uh,
No, one person does.
Right.
And that's all I say. But I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go outside, and I'm just gonna start walking towards Malar's throat.
Yeah. She also turns to the rest of you and says, in addition, we are in session right now. Only the merchant princes and our private guards should be present. Thank you for bringing us these children. Thank you for returning to us our children. We will find their parents and return them. Now, if you will please go.
All right.
Okay. I don't like it.
So once we're all back outside, unless anyone's going to not
I've
go
been
back outside.
outside trying to be with the people.
Yeah. I'm gonna nudge past Theo because I left while they were still in there and was like, "Come on, we're
There's
going."
still quite the crowd that is like eager to get in, and more parents have arrived. They're shouting the names of their children and demanding to be let in. It's hard to like. Their guards have formed a line in front of the door, and you guys are just able to get out.
I'm going to. Let me see.
If Emerald's
Someone.
saying like we should go,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna try to go up to one of the guards and be like, "Can you just let them know that a lot of parents are already here?" Like, I feel like I don't know how soundproof those doors are.
One of the merchant princes earlier already ordered the guards to start fetching the parents. So
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll tell the guy who I was talking to that I'll be like, they want to get all the parents here first. So runners have been sent. They're getting everyone right now. So just stay here, and it'll work out.
Emerald, do you have a spell to project sound somehow? We really got to try to clear this crowd. Like convince.
What about a spell to
I have
project
many.
calm?
I have many spells that project sound. None of them I would use on this crowd.
I meant precise human speech, not explosions.
Thunderclap.
shatter.
And I suppose, given the attitude we have towards mages, using magic to try to clear the crowd might make things worse. I guess.
Try yelling really loud.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going
Spanish,
to.
he's going that way, so I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, I'm gonna after we get is there a point in this lobby where there's like something where you could break line of sight from the crowd? Not like there's a way to leave that's in the other than the main entrance, but just break line of sight.
You could probably there's some columns that around the
Yeah.
edge because this is like a big rotunda. You
Just
could-
because this is big deal, and I'm looking at the scale of the map and I'm looking where we are. I'm just gonna say, Eridan, I need a sounding board. I tire of this place, and I'm gonna walk behind a column and beckon to Eridan.
Yeah, what's up?
Grab him by the shoulder and cast Dimension Door and put us on the other side of the wall.
Oh my god! Outside
South
of the
of
city
5.
wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
south of 5, like right there to ping on the map to give you an idea.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you teleport from here to outside of the city walls.
Yes.
We were at 4, Jake.
You might want to establish some ground rules about
Can you please like
consensual
warn
magic
me when
use.
you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I
done.
can show this. I'll pull this up on the stream site. So you can
Got it.
show the viewers. So you guys you were here at 4, and he teleported just over to right out here, which I think if I pull up the measuring thing, you guys can see, it's about 350
Nice,
feet.
that's a cool feature.
Just no, I'm done with these people. Listen, Eridan, you know as well as I that Jackass is a language I am fluent in, but I never want to meet a native speaker. I'm just gonna
That's fair.
slide down.
So, back there, I assume the 4 of us just noticed they're gone.
Yeah.
That asshole.
Hole's disappearing.
Alright. At a minimum, we need to get out of here through that crowd. Ideally, we
Yeah.
would disperse them, but I'm out of ideas.
Let's see.
Apart from just yelling pretty loudly.
Hold on, maybe I can disperse them. Attention, people! Good people under Cerberus. Is this working? Give
Give me a-
We're not even out too much. Oh, it's not.
Give me a performance check.
All right.
7 charisma.
-2 charisma.
So like
You're
your
like-
voice cracked, right?
Can
You're
I
like, good people of Cerberus.
can I
Like,
hear
not
him
even
doing
that
this?
Loud, like, yeah, you could.
I like see him trying. I'm gonna be like, no, let me help, and I'll see if I can actually do anything that'll help. Did the charisma roll, Jake?
No, performance check.
Oh, do I have that?
Yes, you do. It's a thing. Theo
better.
stands right because it's a rotunda. He stands right in the focus of the rotunda. He doesn't
Yay.
realize it. And he does one of those whistles that your dad does. Everyone's dad has done this whistle, and I can't do it. Just like
No, thank you.
like just like really loud, and everyone like stops and turns and looks at Theo.
I just gestured. Pharaoh, I have no idea what he wanted to say. So I just...
Thank you. Good people, I appreciate that you are all very concerned about the young folk of this city. However, it is not befitting for us to crowd the prince's chambers. It is not befitting for us to crowd those who may be reunited with their loved ones. Please, if you do not have a child who has been taken, go back to your homes, to your jobs, to wherever you may be. Disperse this place and let those who may find theirs find them in peace. Give space to those who will not.
Give me a persuasion check. And you can have an advantage. You don't even need it.
Roll to see if you crit. Roll to see if you crit.
Persuasion.
Two good ones, though.
Yeah, you have advantage because Theo
Persuasion.
gathered the attention.
Those are pretty good.
People start to disperse and back away out to the garden or out into the courtyard to not be in the rotunda. Several of the parents aren't leaving, but they're...
This is number 4, right?
What's
Yeah.
number 4?
On the map.
Oh, yeah.
Rotunda.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah, so there's this inner walled garden, and then there's the rotunda, yeah.
Well, that worked. Kind of.
Until someone looks and says, "Wait, aren't you that Azamaran cleric?"
I suppose.
I'm quickly. It's kind of dark, right?
Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
dark out by now.
The minute I hear that, I'm going to try to cast Minor Illusion, just to not to make a really different. Because I don't want to notice him to notice, but subtly change Pharaoh's face.
Different enough that people would be like, eh.
Telepathically in Pharaoh's head, there's an illusion around you. Don't move, but you can speak. Just say it's not you.
No! Somebody else!
And then you see he walks right up to you and he looks real close and he says, "Oh, you look just like him. Sorry."
Success!
But you can't move. You're just perfectly still.
Yep.
That's not suspicious at all.
Not one bit.
The most minor of illusions.
Illusion's not move, but there's probably gonna be a half-second delay.
It's like those old Godzilla movies.
At that point, I'm gonna step up.
Ta-da!
I'm gonna step up. Please, as he said, please return home. You are impeding the reunification of these children with their parents.
And people continue to file out. The guards now are able to, push some of them back. And then the people who are remaining, they're going by and asking them their names and who their child is.
Cool.
Well,
Public relations is not our forte.
No, but I was just about to say, I feel like we're doing pretty well. We helped a bunch of refugees. We gave them food. We gave them shelter. Now we're dealing with this
Saved
crisis.
some
We dispersed the
kids.
crowd. We avoided a mob.
We're going to do a quick meanwhile to Emerald and Aridin outside the city walls.
What's going on, man? Are you okay? That was a little intense back there.
I have spent the entirety of my time with you trying to make up for the sins of some other person in a group I am apparently part of. First, it is our young, ignorant cleric's mother betraying our people, disturbing the law of nature. Then I have to atone for the sins of a person who is my father but not my father, as he tries to bring his sister, who is apparently going to help us, who is utterly useless, by the way, back to life. Now we come here, and I am in the shell of a body that is mentally broken, and whenever I try to think back into what he may have done, I get nothing but drug-addled, magic-deprived memories of pain.
Yeah, man.
So, you want a sabbatical?
God, that would be awesome, but no.
Jake, I have a pause because right when Ben left, Brandon said he wanted to try to
yeah.
identify the thing.
I was remembering.
He
Can
was
you
saying,
do a backward to see if that
we
happened or
can do
not?
it backwards, yeah. When you were when you were on your way back to the city, Pharaoh asked you, Emerald, if he could see that vial to identify it.
Cool.
Yes, all right, cool.
I just want to know if the rest of us have that information.
That would be a ritual, right? So that's 10 minutes.
It's I was just gonna do it as we were.
He said he was going
Oh, you can
to
cast
So
it
just
regular,
cast
cool.
it normally, yeah.
Yeah. This. Do you get its name? You learn all about its properties.
We know everything.
Ah,
All
it is
the things.
called Hydrolon Dark.
Hydrolon Dark.
It is used to. It is a highly addictive substance that is used to enhance magical abilities.
Where have I heard of that before?
You haven't?
Oh, okay.
Is Ben gonna start having like wild withdrawal and like?
What do you mean starting?
As
Ben has already had withdrawal.
I mean, like fever, throwing up, like convulsing uncontrollably.
You'll notice that many of the mages in the asylum were showing these strange symptoms. Almost withdrawal-like.
He's turning into a tentacle monster with withdrawal symptom.
Don't you know?
don't do drugs, kids.
The other piece you get
Learned about our fellow
from
wizard.
identifying it is the sort of planar origin of this. It is, you could tell from deep in the Underdark, it's cultivated, and it has connections to beyond.
The astral sea. Okay.
Beyond like LSD
Beyond,
or beyond like
Cthulhu.
something else.
Astral sea, outer dimensions.
All right.
Beyond like the
Yeah.
Daft Punk song, or like what?
Yeah. Like,
Man, if you take this stuff, you just go around the world.
I relay all that to Emerald and like tell him like I don't know if it's maybe it's mind affecting. Maybe that's why you're not suffering from it. Maybe it's only applying to your old Emerald.
No, I'm gonna make a face when he says you're not suffering from it. And go, like,
Oh, really?
News to me.
yeah, you're right. It's just I feel fine. I feel great. And then I'm gonna keep the vial though.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, after Pharaoh identifies. All right, back to
Back to present day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, it sounds like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You don't need to atone for that guy that wasn't your dad. You don't need to single-handedly save the world. Why are you putting this all on yourself? Like, we're a team.
There's a reason I pulled you. There are 2 people. Okay, now 3. She seems to be able to make good decisions after the whole breakup. But look, there's 3 people I trust out of the 6 of us. 4 if I count myself.
Oh, I thought 3
That's
was
the
with
majority.
yourself.
That's good.
You could see it that way. My point is, unfortunately, people like to lean on others more than they should, and I'm not sure how things are going to go. They're a wild card. It's
What are you saying?
we're going to waltz into death. I'd like to do it on my own terms.
damn.
And in this form, I can't even do that. And I'm just going to start walking down the cliff face.
Poor Emerald.
Oh, wait, Emerald, wait. No. Restrain.
Was there a big drop anywhere? Keep him away.
Yeah, no. There's not a, it doesn't
No,
look
it's
like
just
there's
a
a big
slope
drop.
over
It just
there,
looks, yeah, it just looks steep. I'm Dexy. I can make it.
This is a-
But,
For what it's
It's
worth,
like-
that hill actually I think goes up from the wall.
yeah, that's fine. Like it's steep, but it's a climb. Yeah, he's down to talk and walk, but he's just like, I need to get away from this place. Like,
So you're just marching into the jungle.
no, I'm going to wait at the edge of the throat for the others to catch up.
Okay.
Where are you guys?
Away, get us at the throat. It's like, but it's gonna. I'm just look. There's a reason I don't stay with humans more often than not. You're
Racist.
mayflies. You're ephemeral. You disappear in an instant, and you always stir with things you don't know what they do.
But don't we make it more fun?
God, that's such a human thing to say.
Do we need to get Emerald a new body? I could have put
God,
that on the
last
shopping
thing,
list.
The last thing you want to do is make him not an elf.
It's either that or his personality.
Could have put it on the shopping list. I went shopping anyway, so you know.
If we went shopping around town and found a place that sells bodies, I think we have a bigger problem.
I mean,
You can
Come
get a
on,
lot
man,
of
the
things at the Grand
cadaver
Souk.
Dark.
Okay. Well, listen, man, I'm sorry that you don't feel like we're, really contributing as much as we could, or living as long as we should. I feel that way.
I'll take it up with HR.
If you're feeling stressed, just take a break, deep breaths. Don't do anything rash, okay?
You just, and like, as we're talking and going, it's not that far. It's like 150 feet, really. So he's just gonna take a seat under a tree. And he's like, I'm going to take a nap, and he just sits there, and also his eyes don't close or anything. He's just kind of like suddenly staring off into space.
I'm gonna slowly pat his head.
He's just full trance.
There. And then I guess I'll stand guard.
Cool. Meanwhile, doo-doo-doo.
I'm assuming that Pharaoh got the message from Emerald and told us all.
I don't know how you guys were saying that you were doing that communication because it's several hundred feet away.
Don't we have the thing still going that Emerald activated a while ago?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
telepathy?
you're right. That's probably
Yeah.
still running then. Yeah. What's the
That's
range
what
of
I
that?
was saying.
It's range 30 to cast, but then it lasts as long as we're on the same plane.
Cool.
No, I'm sorry. Even as long as we're on the same plane. As long as it's active.
Cool.
So I would assume that when we get that message, we will start walking towards the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we feel that things are like chill enough at the
calming
hall.
down.
Malar's Throat is still super packed with refugees,
Yeah, that's cool.
but they're mostly settling in now.
I don't think it's we'll walk there.
I'll send the bird ahead, because the bird can fly straight. As we're walking, I'll have the bird go circle around and try to find Emerald and Eridan.
Yeah, your bird is able to find them by the tree a little bit. They're on the top of a hill.
And I'm gonna ask us while we're walking and be like, yeah, something's definitely up with Emerald.
Yes.
Wanted to
weirder
sort
than-
like someone that seems a bit out of character.
Seem weirder than usual.
Are all of you getting flashbacks?
I was
No.
saying this while we're walking and not with Emerald.
Well, no, I'm talking to you three, like the three of us
sorry.
that are still here.
I'm
I'm,
saying if we're getting flashbacks,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not had any,
I
but
haven't been able to remember anything. Every time I try, I come up blank.
You've remembered
Oh.
things, Theo.
Most of the time, I fail the charisma check.
Yeah, but you've
remembered one
remembered
time.
about the orcs and your hometown.
Yeah, I remembered stuff about me a little bit, but nothing about anything that seemed relevant.
Well, my memories have been a mixed bag, but not terrible. I can only imagine what Emerald's have been.
Yeah, that place sounds pretty messed up.
truly horrific.
Yeah. Also, now we all know that we're not supposed to talk about the M word.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for us.
Let's just keep it on the
Subtle
DL,
as we're
man.
known for being. All right, we'll try to keep a lid on that from now on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're being weird. So
To be clear, the Jobal's spite seemed less targeted at him as a magic user so much as a member of the arcane circle, specifically.
The M phrase. Member of the Arcane.
there you go.
Do we have any concerns that any of the parents are going to react to their children the way Jobal would react to Emerald?
Yeah,
Yes.
most
Yeah.
of the parents that we personally
I don't know what
were
to do
happy.
about it, but
But also to be clear, the parents had only heard that their children had been returned.
Yeah, they didn't know what state they were in. They didn't know. Yeah.
rumors get out. But I take
I
it.
don't think-
I guess nothing we can do about it.
Mm,
All right, let's find the rest of our party.
maybe if there's some way we can. Yeah, I don't know.
Not create an abusive situation. Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seemed like most of the parents were really happy, and especially the younger kids that haven't been there as long.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, might be possible to like have it not be as permanent. The weirdness.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that the town is going to be super supportive and dedicate resources to reacclimating these children into civil society. Lily is going to assume that for her
Assume
own
the
sanity.
best.
And you're entirely correct. This is a town that showed nothing but normal community characteristics.
Yeah.
I think you're entirely correct.
Clearly,
Everything will be
it'll be
fine.
fine.
I was willing to bring it up.
Right, so after some time, you guys are able to find Imral and Eridan. Imral is meditating by a tree.
Old trance. Yeah.
He's taking a nap.
Yeah,
Hell.
Koros and Pharaoh would be able to recognize it because Pharaoh from his mom and Koros has Koros. But
I'm going to be like, cool.
I think my mom was the elf. I actually forget when I made my character. I had a backstory in mind, and I've kind of forgotten it.
Ooh, are we camping? I like camping.
Do you tell us like he was freaking out or anything?
No, I'll keep it a little bit private. He can find it in me.
Okay, yeah. I'm just curious. We can tell you what we were talking about. We were like, yeah, he seems like he's a little bit weird right now. He's freaking out a little.
We're all under a lot of stress.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Him more than most of us.
We could all probably use some shut-eye.
Yeah. Or
Well, except for Emerald.
Yeah,
his eyes
yeah,
are open.
his eyes are open.
Yeah, been creeping out.
I mean, if he needs to like, I don't know, dye his hair or his cloak or get a tattoo or
He's
something,
having a
like
midlife crisis. Damn
Needs
it,
to buy
I'm
a-
He's gonna buy a
170.
really-
A bright red, really fast chariot. Like,
Look, if you need to buy a really nice canoe, we understand.
yeah, like I get it, man. You know, I just want to be supportive.
You should tattoo human ears onto your elf ears. I think that would be funny. I always considered it, but my ears are barely not human ears anyway.
Everyone's like, damn it, I'm 342 years old. I'm too old for this shit.
No, that's actually exactly midlife for you.
Yeah, that's
That
the point.
is.
Yeah.
Crisis time.
Yeah, I mean, we can camp here. If this is where Emerald wants to be. That's fine, rather than going back to Wakanga's.
Well, he just said he wanted to wait for you guys. So maybe we wake him up.
I mean, yeah, and then we can rest there because all the stuff for the journey tomorrow is there.
So no camping?
You know
We'll
what?
be camping every day for the next
I
several months. Don't
I
worry.
actually like the camping idea. Let's let the situation.
Yeah, we should camp. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go back.
all of
Camping
your
sounds
camping
good.
supplies are in Wakanga Otamu's villa.
All right, why don't two of us go back?
No,
Can I
that's a
try
good
to-
point. Let's.
Can I
Let's
try
not
to pick him
skip
up
out.
without breaking his trance?
It's like a really deep sleep. So if you're gentle, you know how like you can kind of move, like if someone's really out of it, you can kind of pick them up. if
Yeah.
I'd
someone's
like to
not
craft
too-
a stretcher.
Can I do a dex roll for that?
Yeah, I'll take a
Here, I'll help you with
dexterity
that.
roll.
All right.
Not a
And then
save,
this-
a roll.
My mom always got mad at me when I disturbed her in her trance. I'm not touching him.
He's dreaming.
No chance.
Oh wait, are you Koros? Are you doing that as well?
He's
I'm helping Lily. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Between the two of you, you guys are able to like Theo just goes and Koros, you go over, you're like, no, hold on, like.
Be gentle with
First we
him.
swaddle him.
I like the mental idea of Koros is like, okay, like this, and he starts to do it. He's like, I can't do this.
If I grab
Yeah.
Because it's not
Fold him
strong
in
enough.
half.
It's like,
Yeah, Koros knows what to do, and Theo is able to do it.
teamwork. Classic teamwork.
functional partnership after all.
That's why you have a wristband, okay?
Yeah, keep coming. Yeah. Uh-huh.
How are those wristbands not broken by now? Some of the shit we've gone through
They're leather.
constituted our bodies several times.
I'm pretty sure Pharaoh's like symbolically broke at one point.
Oh,
I actually told Jake that the episode where he became the vampire and that was the end. I said the next episode I wanted to chop off his hand.
Yeah, but you're dead, so.
But I was dead, so I couldn't.
Probably shouldn't have gotten killed.
So you guys are gonna make your way back to the merchant villa,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Merchant Prince's villa, rather. Cool. All right, you guys are able to make it there. What's her name? I wrote it
Eku?
down. Nope.
Sophia.
Sophia is still there, and she's able to let you guys in. And she says Wakanga hasn't returned yet.
We're like, yeah, he real busy.
I'm sure he'll be there late into the night.
I'm gonna
We need to return to our quarters anyway.
Yeah.
Put Emerald somewhere where Wakanga won't see him when he walks in.
She says, I was about to retire myself.
Do
Great.
we know what rooms have been set aside for us?
Yeah, she leads you guys down.
Yeah, let's keep Emerald in a room with like some of us.
Okay. You guys all have your own rooms. It's fancy.
Nice.
It's big.
Can I just put Emerald in the room with me and Airden?
Bunk buddies.
Sure.
Woo!
Sleepover.
Pharaoh, and this is only,
Bye-bye.
only to Pharaoh. Pharaoh, stop by my room once everyone's sort of settled. I want to talk.
Pharaoh was just about to knock on Theo's door, and then he turns around.
It's funny.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna say goodnight, everyone.
Mhm.
Night, Arena. No, wait. Stay awake. 1 sec. Go to Quaros.
Everyone wanting to have secret combos at bedtime.
Sophia turns to you, Irina, and says, quite fortuitous that we met.
Yes, I could not be more grateful for your help.
I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
She
Oh,
heads
that's
off to
ominous.
the
She's
room.
gonna die.
No.
Don't get wheaten, ma'am.
No.
Don't get
I
wheaten.
like her.
Like when they say goodbye to somebody in a movie, and you're like, oh, that guy's dead. Oh, that guy's dead.
John.
All right. Koros and Pharaoh first, I think.
All right.
You wanted to see me? Oh, there you are.
Yeah. So, I don't know if there's anything we can do about this, but it's your god that brought us here and dropped us in these bodies.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
It
I
is
mean, the
cool.
bodies are
I'm
weird,
gonna
but-
be honest. Based on your demonstrations of the past, I wasn't sure Savras actually existed. Could have been a figment of your imagination.
Good enough.
But it's clearly not doing Imrul any good right now. He's clearly struggling with it, and I don't know if anyone else also are. Mine have been okay so far, but I can't speak for the others. Is there anything you can do, or that you can ask him to do to stabilize this?
I can
Make
try.
this body switching easier?
Maybe. I think moving him to a different body would be useful, but you know that stuff, that black stuff? That stuff's really addictive.
Yeah, I'm a little worried he's going to start sipping from that bottle and look for more, which is a separate problem we can worry about. But
I
just
can try.
something to think about. I don't know if you can beseech Savras, but
I can commune with him and ask, but I wouldn't know. He
Okay.
didn't seem that urgent to help us with our individual problems. He's more of a guiding kind of god, you
you know
know?
how gods are. They get busy.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
been
Well,
busy for a whole long time, trust me. Never seen him yet. Didn't even know it was him.
yeah, where did you get your knowledge of the dogma exactly?
That's a great story. You see, there was this guy I met on the road, and I've told this story before, but I can
Go ahead and tell it again. We've had viewers who haven't heard it. So
To get out of my voice, Pharaoh met a wandering cleric on the road who was dying. Pharaoh was just kind of constantly a nomad and just walking around places. His mother disappeared when he was young after they were she raised him in the mountains in solitude. So he's constantly just talking to people and camping with other people and getting free meals and stuff. And it was just some cleric of Savras that was dying. He was wounded. And as they got along and the guy was dying, Pharaoh helped him be more comfortable and gave him some of his rations and stuff, and then laid him down and said his rights and stuff. And so the guy gave Pharaoh his dragon bone knuckles, which are his holy
holy focus, holy symbol.
Yeah, the symbol. And everything else he's learned about Savras has been secondhand. Every single other bit, there was no holy book there. There was no tenets, nothing. Everything was just from that brief half-a-day conversation, and then what he's heard about Savras outside of that.
Well, that does not inspire a great deal of confidence in me, though I am the last person who can criticize using powers one doesn't fully understand. So, fair enough.
Certainly. Well, the bones always guided me properly, and so I simply believed. It made sense.
So far, with a few hiccups on the way.
Well, I'll try tonight. I can also try to cast a spell on him, but I have a feeling it's not going to work.
Yeah, definitely ask him beforehand. He's probably going to be twitchy about that too. All right, thanks, Pharaoh.
Mhm.
I'm going to bed because it's been a long day.
Cool. Koros, give me a perception check.
Will do. My drop down's even correctly set now. Aren't you proud of me?
So proud. just before you're about to close your eyes, you've put out your candle, it's dark, you're ready to go to sleep, you see on the ceiling above you, for a moment, you think you see an eye open in the ceiling, and your eyes bolt open, and nothing. It's just the ceiling.
I'm gonna briefly reach out telepathically, just sort of towards where I saw it. Are you there?
You feel a response. It's not words, but it is affirmative.
I've kept our bargain. I'm still willing to serve. And I'm gonna go to bed.
What the heck?
Fucking gross.
Can we not? I'm so stressed. Oh man.
Do you believe in magic?
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Irina is waiting up because Pharaoh told her not
I think
to
I'm
go to
just
sleep.
like chilling with whoever wants to like play a game of cards with me or something.
Arena, come here for a second. Just real quick, don't worry.
yeah, of course. I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna bring her over to the Eldritch Brothers' room and knock.
Yeah, yes.
I'm gonna go out because Emerald's in there.
Yeah,
So I don't
she's
want
gonna
to
step out into the hallway.
Yeah, so we'll like step out into the hallway and then shut the door.
That's fine. I'm sorry. I just we haven't
Sorry,
had
pause. Aridin, are you stepping out as well, or are you staying in the
Yes.
room? Okay,
No, I said I was stepping.
cool.
Okay. Sorry, we haven't had much free time recently. It's been a bit hectic, and I've been self-absorbed. Savras came down to see me. It's not every day that happens.
It's a big event.
Big deal.
You told me Savras was a woman.
I know. I thought so. It's not my fault.
You know how embarrassing that was, man?
She never told me that she. I mean, he never told me he wasn't. But I just wanted to say I got a little bit lost back in old Barovia town. I didn't know what to do. I lost my guidance. I've every morning when I wake up, I look at the bones and they tell me what to do, and I didn't have anything to tell me what to do. Just Mother Night in my ear and weird, strange outer beings. And it was poor judgment on my part. I shouldn't have ever touched that thing in the first place. But
Oh, hello, can I come in?
I never want something like that to ever happen again. Theo, I would never mean to hurt you. I only could do it because you were someone who I respected.
He's trying to apologize, and I'm like getting teary, but I don't allow myself to cry, obviously. So I'm
crying.
I'm just gonna hold like his arm, like grab his arm, and just be like, I'm glad that you're back. Don't leave again.
Mm-hmm. I'll
You
try
have to
not
be strong for Emerald now because I don't even know what's happening, man. He's still like this.
I'm gonna hug both of you. And I'm gonna pull you guys in and I'm gonna be like, that was beautiful.
I'm gonna put my
too
hand
emotional.
on Pharaoh's shoulder and say, "Vampirism is hard, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's really hard.
All four of us ugly crying in the hallway.
Both of their characters were just real, like their teeth got real sharp for a moment.
You guys hear someone in the at the end of the hallway go, and you turn
Conga.
to see Wakanga standing at the end of the hallway.
Just watching us all cry.
I know this is his house, but that's a little bit rude.
It is the hallway.
We're having a moment.
As I
This is a private conversation. Could you please not intrude?
don't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to make sure everything was okay. The other princes were a bit brusque.
I'm gonna just say, yeah, we're okay. We're fine. Emerald, as you know, the body he's in, the vessel, whatever.
This transition has been hard.
Yeah, it's just not so great. So he's having a tough time.
I do have a question. What will happen to the children who do not have family here?
What happened to the children who don't have family here? And he says, It's unclear. For now, oh god, what's her name? Sorry.
Started with a J.
Nope.
Sorry, I keep asking
Okay.
questions. that
No,
make you
no,
look
it's good.
things up.
I just need to be better at remembering names.
Basically, are they going to be wards of the state until their parents can be found?
For now, Quioth is taking them in at her villa until we can find all the parents.
Okay.
Well, if any of them are parentless, I'm sure that there will be room inside the Church of Savras for a few more youths. I hear the leadership's getting better these days.
And he says, Grandfather Zatembe, I'm sure, would be willing to take on apprentices.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna basically put myself at the mercy of this guy, just because I feel really out of my depth, and I'm just gonna be like, we don't know anything about how magic is treated or used here. What is this arcane circle thing, and like what happened to those people, man?
He says,
Like, what the heck?
What's Fromulon Dark? Cremulon Dark.
Hydrolon.
Ovulate Dark. Hydrolon Dark.
And he says, the Azamarn Empire was...
Is that across the bridge? Lily's
Yes,
asking.
across the
Okay.
bridge, the empire that
Got it.
used to have Isari as a colony and has since
Right.
left, putting the merchant princes in charge. Right. He says the Azamarn Empire, themselves having been born out of the end of the dragons, believe magic being from the dragons to be a vestige of those old times, and that it should not be practiced. The one exception to this rule is the Arcane Circle, a group of mages who are trained from birth, or from when they are very young, to be mages of the Arcane Circle, state-sanctioned magic users, a military force, the might and the right hand of the empire, of the emperor.
I'm gonna ask about like how do they even know that these kids possess like magical abilities?
If children show even the slightest inkling of magical ability, the mages take them away. We believed that the children had been taken back to Azamar. If we had known that they were only here, they were so close in the asylum, we would have revolted against the mages to get them back ages ago. But we
Sure,
thought
of
they'd been
course.
taken back across the bridge. Or worse, when the mages left, that they were killed. He says, since the Empire has released its hold on Orem and the rest of Isari, some still hold grudges against magic users, but most are happy to see magic as it is a symbol, a sign that Isari is its own nation and no longer under the grip of Azamar.
Okay.
You look like you have questions. Do you need help formulating them?
I'm concerned kind of about what you guys were bringing up earlier. Like, I'm concerned that these kids aren't going to be supported well when they do get reunited with their families. Because they've basically been brainwashed, right? Like,
Yeah.
So,
And who knows what the long-term effects of that dark stuff are?
yeah, do we know if the children have been given that? It seems like they hadn't because they weren't acting all weird.
They
Yeah, I
weren't
don't think they have.
showing any symptoms of withdrawal like the other
I
mages.
think-
Yeah, so I'll share that information, I guess. I'll say, like, well, we know that the children haven't been given Hydrolon Dark.
And he says, Hydrolon, what?
there seems to be an addictive substance, and I like gesture at Pharaoh that we've been able to
Pharaoh
figure.
doesn't. Yeah, Pharaoh doesn't
No,
have
he
it.
knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, we were able to discover, Pharaoh investigated, and we found that there's some kind of substance that the adult mages seem to be addicted to, but the children haven't taken it ever.
I peered into their minds. They saw the ritual which creates it, I think, and then, or maybe it's only part of the ritual in which they imbibe it. I'm not certain. But
Yeah.
it was only the older mages.
And he says, interesting. The Arcane Circle is very secretive of their rituals and ways.
I'm just gonna say, I guess I'll ask about that. I'm like, do you think like all the children's families like will still want them back and like be accepting?
I think most will. As Xanthi said, I cannot imagine a parent that would not be happy to have their child returned, even in this state. But if any feel the way that Jobal does, we will find other homes for them.
I guess
There are
my
many
thing is,
families there are many families who desire children who cannot have them.
I nod, and then I'm just gonna say, like, maybe like even if the parents don't feel like Jobal does, like, I'm like, can you start a support group for the parents, basically? Like, can you have a parent network? Because all the parents are going to be dealing with similar reintegration issues with their kids. Like, so basically, like,
Yeah. He
set
says
up a way for the parents to talk to each other. And
there's more
Like
to be
having-
discussed in the morning, but I think that
do you know what sending stones are?
yeah, you guys have had them.
Did we?
You had one at one
I'm
point,
going
I
to
think.
suggest a large set of sending stones because I don't understand a lot of things, but I understand that.
He says that those are very expensive to create.
I'm going to say the cost of ineffective citizens is very expensive.
He says,
And, like, that's how I
between
feel.
my curiosity about the mages and what they have done, and our community's desire to help these children, I think I will be meeting with them often, teaching them, developing any skills they do have, because they do need to learn to control their magic,
Absolutely.
and we will do our best.
I'm satisfied by this. I want to like hug him, but I don't know if this is the appropriate situation for that. If not, I will shake his hand or be like, "You seem very capable, and I'm glad that the city has you as a leader."
Dude, Pharaoh, how's it feel? He didn't want to hug you, but he'll hug him.
So, you're going to hug him?
I said I don't know if it seems appropriate. Like Lily can't gauge if that's appropriate.
What's the distance that
It's
he's
a merchant
standing away?
prince.
Yeah, how close is he standing to us?
Not
He's
super
like down the
close.
hall.
He's
Oh.
and he's walked in a bit since then, but
Okay.
he's not
Is he
standing
like 3
right
feet away or 1 foot away?
like 3 feet away.
Then I'm gonna like, I don't know, do something like this and be like, I'm
Good shake.
that you
He-
seem very capable, and I'm glad
he
that the city has you as
Takes
a leader.
both your hands and holds them, like,
Oh,
and
okay,
squeezes
cool.
them just like in a. It will be okay. Thank you for your concern.
Cool, great. I'm gonna
And
go check
what
on
if-
Emerald now. Peace out.
Yes. And what of the refugees? Are they going to be cared for? Are they still coming in, or has it stopped? That building can't hold all of them.
And he says it will depend on what has happened in Angate. If the city has fallen, I expect many more refugees in the coming
Sorry,
weeks.
I think we learned what happened in Angate, but I forgot. Was it an orc attack? thing?
Orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the first people fleeing.
Okay. Does he know that? I mean, I'll bring that up just in case he doesn't know that.
No, he knows that. That's
Okay, cool.
been established. Yeah.
Cool. That's all I have to say.
I mean, yeah, that's what he says. It'll depend on if Angate falls. If they're able to defend, then we will find news, and many of the refugees can return home. If Angate falls to the orcs, I expect many times this number of refugees in the coming weeks. Angate is a much larger city than Orem. We will have to expand into the jungle.
Well, time tells. Savras knows.
And perhaps other cities, Port Castigliar, anything, settlements out in Jahaka Bay. others can take on refugees as well.
Hopefully there's enough room for everyone.
Yes,
Um,
hopefully.
I'm going to, like, when everybody kind of like leaves, it sounds like Theo and Aridin are going to go back in their room.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
going
I'll
to
go
like
back in.
stop Irina also and say, like softly to her, like say, I meant what I said. I don't ever want to do anything like that again, but I feel that your judgment is better than mine often. You are a very smart woman. You know what you're doing, and you have the willpower to resist against these kinds of things. And I'm going to take out from my pouch a scroll and hand it to her. I'm going to say, I used the better one, the Raised Dead, earlier on Salik, and it didn't work, but I still have this scroll of Revivify. You're the only other one in this party that can use it. Hold on to it in case anything ever happens.
Oh, well, one, I have no idea what that does, but two, I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and go, I am thankful for your trust, and I don't believe you will ever do anything like that on your will. You never have on your will that I know. It was not a choice. It just happened, and thank you for your trust.
Mm-hmm. If
Get
one of
some
us
rest.
dies, just use that on us. Quickly.
Okay.
It only lasts like a minute.
I can do that.
No pressure.
All
Super
right.
low pressure.
Yeah, just get to them within a minute. And, yeah.
And with that, everyone heads off to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys can all apply a long
Sleepover,
rest.
guys.
Woo!
Oh my god, I finally have spells again.
Oh wait,
I've had
do I
like 2 weeks.
have health again? Woo! Go health.
And I think with that, I should probably duck out for my
Oh, yeah. You can run.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad I said something to her before. Like,
So-
Hashtag bonding.
Quaros and Aridin.
Yes.
When you guys wake up in the morning, right, like on the center of your chest, there is a small coin.
Aridin and Koros, right?
Aridin and Quaros, no one else.
Awesome.
It appears to be made of iron. It's an iron token with a symbol of a triceratops on it.
Oh.
Remember that time you sold me a
that
stud?
was awesome.
Remember that time you made a blood debt?
Vaguely.
It's not a blood debt, but I'm not gonna talk about
There is the blood only thing involved.
It's still a bodily fluid debt.
I see. I stopped. It's like, implication is power.
It is unclear how it got there.
That's what they all say, isn't it?
I'm gonna lift it up with Mage Hand and just sort of like roll it around in the air a bit and look at it before I touch it.
Yeah, it seems like very well made. Like it's fine detail in this iron.
If I inspect it, does it say anything on it?
It does not. It is just that there's some like decorative symbols, but not with any literal meaning.
Largely, it's just the Triceratops head.
Is
The
the
Triceratops
cook
head, yeah.
still here?
The cook is he's around.
We'll
So-
go find him and ask if he's.
Razan.
Another
on?
thing of note before you leave,
Yeah.
Erden, elves only sleep for like 4 hours.
Okay.
So like when you wake up, you see there's a half burnt candle that is now out because daylight came in eventually, and Noah's just been sitting there, and you see like it looks like he's been reading through his entire spell book again.
I'm
And he's
in that same room too, just to clarify.
Right, I know. He'd only mentioned Aridin waking up. I'm not sure if you're awake yet. That's all. That's the
I'm
only reason I'm saying
probably
this.
not awake. That sounds mean.
And
Wait,
he's
we
like
got
maybe
6 rooms, but like 4 of you
he's like
still party.
3/4 of the way through, and he's just kind of like leafing through it, staring at it.
You studying?
Closest approximation.
Just kind of trying to get a grasp on the stuff you know.
What's left of it?
Sorry. I haven't had really any episodes of remembering anything from this version's life. but I remember when you kind of doubled over in pain.
That was him.
That didn't seem fun.
That would not be the word I'd use to describe it, no.
Sorry. Maybe, fixing all this dark energy stuff that's going on with this whole jungle and this whole place will kind of take a load off.
One can hope.
Alright, well, let me know if you need anything.
Have a good morning.
Oh, you didn't see anyone leave this coin on me last night, did you?
Sorry, I was a bit focused.
Okay, no worries. I'm sure it's not weird or ominous at all, so... Take care. Everything's great.
Take care of your... Yeah.
To the cook.
Koros, are you also gonna go find the cook?
Yeah, I guess I'll come to the same conclusion that this is dino related.
Yeah, so you two bump in the hallway on your way to find the cook.
Dude.
Yeah. The hell.
Dude.
Can we go somewhere less weird? Barovia was less weird.
You head down to the kitchen, and there you find the cook. He's helping Wakanga's cooks. They're getting breakfast ready. And he says,
Nice.
"Hey, if it isn't my dinosaur champions!"
How about that? You ever seen these symbols before?
Oh, shit. And he says, "You've got to leave town."
That's the symbol of Dino Dan and his Dino Gang.
You should be like, no problem. I'm already leaving right now.
He says,
Well, luckily we were about to, but fill us in anyway.
"That's a token of the Itepka Society."
A Tempka?
Itepka. Ytepka.
You can spell that again for me later. That's fine.
They what? They
What do they-
rigorously enforce
Good job, Brandon.
rules or
He says,
A in spelling.
they enforce all the rules of society. If you've wronged them, you need to leave.
I think pretending to be a dinosaur might be considered fraud.
yeah, that was not above board. When you say leave, how far?
I just not in Orem. I have to leave the city.
Okay.
Well, that's good timing.
We're going to anyway.
Didn't like
Is
this
the-
place anyway.
The only way to resolve an iron token is to make right what you've wronged, and can't unwin a race.
Give the money back, but yeah. Take the dino racing seriously here. Okay. Good to know.
Serious business.
Sort of was.
Does Jazan know that you guys...
I don't think so. I don't think we told him.
Well, we did tell him we were both going to do the dino race, and then
And-
I showed up with the dinosaur, so...
Maybe you can they roll insight to see what they think he knows?
Sure.
He knows we're in trouble.
Yeah, like I'm not too concerned what he knows, but I'll see what I can tell.
That's why he's like, if you wrong them, he has no idea what...
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he doesn't know.
Yeah, you're not
but-
sure if he knows or not. He's
Okay.
He's probably able to guess it's about the race, given
Yes.
what he's saying, but
Yeah.
it's like...
yeah. He's presumed it's about the race because they've
Okay.
only been here a day.
Sure.
Somewhat correctly.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm a little bit freaked out. So I'm gonna go rouse the house, get everybody up, dressed, and heading out.
Cool.
Thanks, Mom. Okay.
So you guys have wavered back and forth. Are you guys going to Kir Sabal, or are you going the other way to Oralunga?
Didn't we have Pharaoh roll his bones?
You didn't.
Oh,
I
I will ask Pharaoh.
Augury only tells you if it's a good thing in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's too short term, and also I think that we need to do both of these things, don't we? So it wouldn't tell us which one's better, only if they're good.
Right.
Also,
so
it's
the
only a
benefit of going to
specific
Kir Sabal is to help Sophia's mom right away. She has limited time.
We should do that then.
I kind of agree. Jake, remember me if I'm wrong. Remind me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
To get to Kir Sabal, you said we could get a ship.
Yeah, so Eku will fill you in.
Yeah,
Don't
but you
worry.
can do it via Eku, but whatever. Like
I will do it via Eku.
Lily asked about this off screen because I don't understand maps and I need more time than other people to understand maps. So I was asking a question about if we
So you
want to go
guys-
to Kir Sabal.
Head back to that inn where you met Eku. And Sophia comes with you, because you guys have stated your intent is to go to Kir Sabal. So it's the 6 of you and Sophia and Drazan, because Pharaoh has taken Drazan.
Drazan.
Is he like Sam in Lord of the Rings, just carrying pots and pans?
Yep.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, he is totally my lackey. This guy is my what are those called? My underling. That's it. That's like the classic D&D thing that they call them
Follower,
underlings. Oh no, not follower.
yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
Squire?
Follower?
Yeah, it's follower, and then cohort is like
Underling works too.
Is it a hireling? Is that what it is?
Hireling, that's what it is.
Yeah, hireling.
Right.
Yeah.
When you guys are just about to leave the
I said
villa,
Squire.
Yeah, Squire, sure.
you guys are opening the doors to leave. There's a young woman there, a young Isari woman. And
Are
she
they
goes,
attractive?
What?
You have a girlfriend, Theo.
Didn't say I didn't
Long
have a
term-
girlfriend. I
long
just say
distance
it
one.
affects everything.
Yes.
Oh, different question. Okay, first, are they attractive? Yes. 2, do they look distressed?
No, they look determined.
Okay, cool. We'll chill.
An attractive trait.
And she goes right up to Pharaoh, and she says, Father Pharaoh, I heard that you're going into the jungle, and I'm coming with you.
Well, why is that, my dear?
And
Who are you?
Drazan is like, shh, it was a secret. And she's ignoring him.
Are you
Drazan,
gonna
what have
roll
you
this
done?
so you know who this is?
Drazan, have you clued somebody else in on our plans?
And he's, I didn't say anything, Father Pharaoh, I didn't. And she grabs your attention again. She says, I have had visions from Savras.
You've had visions from Savras? So have I.
I have seen visions of red-robed wizards operating a secret base somewhere in the Aldani Basin. And if you're traveling into the jungle, I need to find out if they're real.
Well, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. Mind read! She gets a, save.
Let me roll that.
Making friends with the locals. That's what we're good at.
Yeah.
I need to
That's
get
what
her.
we're known
Is a
for.
wisdom save?
Yeah,
All right.
16.
She fails.
Ooh.
Her name is Inete.
Nice.
She
Why?
is a acolyte of Savras. She works in the temple. You realize now you met her before.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, yesterday when you she brought you some water.
Oh, you mean I've met her? Not
Oh,
just
she's
Pharaoh.
the
Okay,
one
I
who
didn't-
gave you
I didn't-
water.
Yeah, she's the one who gave
Okay,
you some
okay.
water yesterday.
I didn't
Listen,
figure.
yesterday already seemed so far away. So
Yesterday.
You know, like 3 weeks ago when we had the first session.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, it was session. 3 weeks ago in episode 2. Yeah.
I really was only trying to figure out if she was telling the truth. I wasn't trying to pry.
Yes. You even see bits of her vision.
Oh, damn.
Perfect. It seems indeed that Savras has spoken to you, my child. I suppose you can come with us. Drazan, you've chosen well.
Yes, of course, Father Pharaoh.
Good judgment. You're going to be great someday. A great person in the church, cook or otherwise.
Thank you, Father Pharaoh.
Who this? Who this?
We have a new party member, my friends. Her name is Inete, and she thinks that there's evil wizards somewhere in the desert. I'm not sure where, but she's seen them.
Jungle, not desert.
Desert.
I'm sorry, jungle.
Why does never mind. I'm happy for her and you and
Where are we?
really.
All right. And with that, you guys are able to make your way over to the inn where you're supposed to meet Eku.
well, when she says that, I'm just gonna say, what do you intend to do with them?
She says, I just need to know if they're there. I need to know if this vision is real.
It's
And if
a
it
journey
is.
of faith thing.
What was that, Ben?
And if it is,
Then I can
Emerald?
return, and I'll know that I am one of Savras' chosen.
Emerald just kind of shakes his head a little bit and says, "Come on, then, let's get it, Echo."
I think that Savras sent her to us to guide us. He's like that. He's a guiding god. I said that earlier, remember? Actually, that might not have been to you.
Also, you would have said she's a guiding god if it was earlier.
Just about to say that.
No. I mean, like I said that earlier today.
Oh, okay. Post-revelation.
I mean,
After Pharaoh's personal reformation of the Church of Cerberus.
One thesis: Cerberus is a guy.
gender is fluid, though, right? So, like,
I mean, probably for gods more than most people. But still.
yeah, right?
All right. So now you guys make your way over to the inn where Echo is, and she is there, ready. She's got like a backpack full of stuff.
I'm not going to go over all the things we have. We have a lot of the things. The things that are the most cumbersome, in addition to all the things, are canoes. So I'm carrying a canoe.
I'll carry a canoe.
They're not that heavy.
I can paddle one too.
Can we do the Pirates of the Caribbean Heidi thing?
Yeah. Totally break physics by going underwater.
Yeah, somehow not float to the surface. Ah!
All right. And she's there.
We have 3 canoes.
Excellent. You got all the things we need. The next thing we need to know is the destination. Did you make your choice?
Yes, we need to go to Kirsball.
Kirsabal.
Is Sophia coming with us?
Yes. Yeah, she's with you guys right now.
I didn't remember.
Echo says to Kirsabal then. All right. Do you still have that map? And Sophia pulls out the map.
Okay, I was like, no.
She had lent it to you guys earlier. Let me pull up the map in Roll20. This is the map. Oh, I gotta zoom way out. Gosh. Okay, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wait, how am I supposed to see it?
I can't
Oh,
see.
I get it.
I
All
like
right.
the little and symbol for our
Yeah,
position.
the little and symbol, the D&D ampersand is where you guys are. And this is the map.
It's really bugging me that we're not actually in a hex.
No, yeah, a lot of the cities are not in a hex, so.
Oh, Ben, let it go. You're
Real
stressing me
maps don't conform to your hexography.
Tell that to Colorado.
I can't
Real maps,
zoom
like
far
the
enough
maps of Isari.
down because this thing is being dumb, but she points and says the quickest way to get to Kirsabal is to sail around the point here through
There's probably a
Refuge
name
Bay.
for the point.
The point absolutely has a name that Jake hasn't come up with yet.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say we'll
Get
come up
back
with
to you
something.
on that.
It's probably something like to do with the anatomy of something. There's been the mouths and the throats. This is probably the tooth.
The horn.
Let's see if I can if I hit
Or
5
is a
here.
common one.
Hey, that works.
Welcome to Camp Righteous.
No, but I still can't scroll enough. All right, I'm just gonna take that off stream.
Righteous.
If you guys, she says, we'll have to charter passage. We'll sail south around so-and-so's tooth. And into Kitcher's Inlet, where we will dock at Port Castigliar. And from there, we can use these canoes and these supplies and sail down the river, row down the river Olung.
Well, maybe rowing up.
Up, rather, yeah.
You beat me to it, Lily. I was typing the exact same thing.
I love them being better on the same page.
So-and-so's tooth.
So I'm Sue's tooth. It's very famous.
So-and-so's tooth. And then up the river Olung. Until we are close enough, and then we trek a few days through the jungle to Kirsabal.
Cool. Yeah, I like rivers. So we can take our canoes on the little river thingy?
Yeah.
River Orlung.
We're gonna have to pass by
Orlung.
Ataz.
Which one do you want?
What Sophia says is Sophia chimes in now and says, I think I know who we can charter passage from.
Oh?
And she says, I wrote
Two
down
Brodra?
their names. C.
Marin. Wasn't that it?
Marin. Yeah.
Yes.
She says,
Nice
Marin has a ship. I believe he was planning to sail north, but he could probably be convinced.
Yeah.
Especially with some coin. He's
Well,
a dwarf
we're
after
flush
all.
now, so we are liquid, as the kids say.
And
Did
Echo
you
says,
share with us that you guys had winnings from the...
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, we won 100 whole gold pieces. Aren't you guys proud of us?
I'm just asking. Like, I don't. Lily doesn't care. Like,
Yeah,
I
Quoro
just wanna
says
put it
they
in
want
the loot
100
thing.
gold
We
pieces.
want 100 gold pieces in the races.
Do you want me to put that 100 in the loot thingy?
Yeah, put the 100 in the list.
And 2 awesome iron coins
Okay.
just thrown in.
Probably collector's
So-
item. We're not
Are
sure
you
yet.
saying that right now?
Sure.
Oh, damn it! No, everyone knows. Everyone else knows.
Eku's face turns
Okay,
into a
the cook
scowl.
already we know the cook is a gossip. So
Eku's face turns into a scowl, and she says, "What did you do?"
We're not sure, actually. The laws are very complicated here.
it's a good thing we're leaving town.
I thought you
I'm-
said. I thought you said you were good people.
Yeah, but we have fun too.
I'm gonna like sigh like really exasperatedly and be like,
He's a bad influence. That one.
That one.
Sold
She
me.
says, "I'm not going to risk my life going out into the jungle for people that for folks that I do not know will have my back
Oh, well, don't they have your back?
and who will support me in my fight against evil."
I hate evil.
I got this, guys. I got this.
All right,
I got this.
full transparency.
I'm gonna go up to her and be like, "Do you see this?" And I'm showing her my sweet wristband. Does she? She says yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. Do you see that they all have one too?
She looks around. Does everybody have one?
Irina wouldn't have one, right?
Not
Emerald's-
Sophia, because I just met her.
And not Irina.
Emerald still does not have one.
Not
No,
Emerald.
Emerald has one.
No, Emerald never got one.
Oh yeah, because I was mad at him.
So like half of us have them.
All right, I'm
Really
gonna say,
don't
no,
have this
it's okay. I can keep going with this. I'm gonna be like, this is part of our bond, and everyone who has these has been through interplanar travel with us, and we have fought many great evils together. Recently, and I'm gonna gesture at Emerald, this gentleman earned his, but we haven't had time to commission a matching wristband yet. But he just earned his place among our ranks. Who else doesn't have one? Irina, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
gonna be
Irina
like, Irina, who Sophia can vouch for, has also fought much evil, and has also earned her band, and all that is left is the ceremony, which I can assure you is very complicated.
Basically, just convinced her we're in a gang, not that she should trust us.
I'm just saying that we have fought great evil together, and this is a symbol of doing that, and that I've been with you guys a long time, and none of us are dead.
What is actually on the leather bracelet? Isn't there something?
It's teal. It's a teal leather
solid
band.
teal leather band. Okay.
I don't think it.
It really clashes with everything we wear.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a persuasion check from you, Theo.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Teal is her favorite color.
To be fair, nothing clashes with anything I wear. I have the like patchy cloak with all the random just patches all over it.
Actually, teal goes pretty well with brown.
All right. She says, all right, but when you return to Orem, you're going to make those wrongs right with the Atepka Society.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna like make a thing to have her like talk to me later. I'm like, I don't know anything about this. Can you tell me like what that is later?
I thought it was a gang, genuinely. I wasn't joking.
I think it's a gang. Like, I don't know, man.
They're like the secret law enforcement.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, she seems really concerned about loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna be like, I swear to defend you. Your cause is just, and I swear to defend you.
She looks you right in the eyes, Theo.
Yeah.
And she says, I believe you.
Cool. Sweet. Because she's telling the truth. So
Then she turns to Sophia and says, let's go to your friend, Marin. So you guys make your way over to the docks.
cool.
And as you guys get up to Marin's ship, you can see that they're loading up some cargo. They're pulling out lines. You just caught them. They were getting ready to head out.
Mm,
It's early morning, right?
Yes.
very early.
Awesome.
And Marin looks down and sees Sophia and says, come to see me off. And she says, we've come for a favor. or rather, it could be work. And he says, he gives her a look and he says, I'm listening. And she says, our new friends would like to offer you some coin to take them to Port Castigliar around so-and-so's tooth. And he says, how much coin we talking? And Sophia turns to you guys.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know, how much does this stuff usually run? I ask Eku. I trust Eku. Average fare.
Jake is looking it up because he forgot. Oh, you need to give her, you also need to give Echo your money, the upfront money.
Yeah, how much does she want?
30 days up front, 5 gold pieces per day, so that's
150.
Not
Is that right,
much.
Jake?
Yep.
150, Jake?
Yeah, 150
Yeah,
gold
we don't
pieces.
trust your math, Bobby.
Okay.
Spend that dinosaur money.
So I'm gonna give her 150.
Cool.
Done. Incremented. Cool. And then I just ask her how much the ship is. Like, what's average?
Jake will tell you later when he finds the number.
Insert average amount here.
Yep.
That's our bid.
Yeah, I
Definitely
don't
written
want to like
somewhere.
lowball him or highball him or anything.
You want to, like, right in the middle ball him.
Yeah, and then if he's like, I want more because I was gonna go to this other place and it's really inconvenient or whatever, like I can offer him a little bit more.
We would do 5% on top of average.
He says, well, I'm, early for the meeting at the Mountain of Fire, so I think, we
now?
can make this work.
All right, cool, sweet.
And he'll take that money.
Yeah.
And, he says, climb aboard.
What is it? You have to step with your right foot? Is that the good luck?
I don't know. I just get on.
Same. Definitely with the wrong foot.
Whichever one it is.
Jenny.
Off to a hero's journey. I don't know the words to that,
Our
actually.
adventure lies
There you go.
on a quest the poets.
Whoa, 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 we're gonna get flagged.
All right.
Nowhere,
So,
nowhere near that level.
None of us were singing recognizably.
all right, so they get everything loaded up. You guys load your canoes and things onto the boat. They strap them all down. You get all your stuff loaded in there. And then you guys, they pull away from the dock and start heading out into the bay.
I want to chat with Marin a little bit.
With Marin? Yeah.
I just got that Marin is a mariner.
Oh, yeah. It's spelled differently, but yeah. I'm just gonna be like, seems like a nice ship. Tell me about it. Have you always been sailing? Like, backstory, man. Not really, but like, really, like, I'm curious about like the ship and like how long he's been doing this and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he starts to tell you, but then the sea ahead roils and churns and waves crash over the bow of your ship.
We just left, dude!
Driven by sawtoothed hills rising from the heaving foam. Water steams off the rising crags like rivers crashing down a mountainside. At last, the emerging island stops growing in size, although the sea around still tosses your
There's
ship
wait,
like a drifting feather. Then, a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves, and through the drifting rainbow-crossed mist, you see an immense, bleak, and milky eye the size of a hogshead cask, staring blindly in your direction. As the water calms, you also spot a dozen or more shark fins circling the ship. And we're gonna show you that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hey, Marin, is this normal?
And that's where I'm gonna leave you guys this week.
Dude! That's so stressful.
With that, thank you, viewers, for watching.
The ocean.
I please comment on the video, message the page, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're looking forward to. My players, please do message me tonight with your rose, thorn, bud. That is the thing you liked, the thing you didn't like, and the thing you are looking forward to. And with that, we will see everybody next week. Bye-bye now.
Adios.
Toodaloo.